We had 1 million bags of the best like rags. We had 2 million barrels of bones. We had 3 million sides.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. This is some vegetation here, but it's moving. It's like a bush that moves. Plenty of entertainment. This is the Renaissance Festival version 2018.
You're a little too enthusiastic here. Oh, look down there for the photo op.
Yeah, you're gonna hate this on Facebook. Then again, maybe you won't. All right, Jeff, grasp fair pulliness.
This is the official program, Discover the Adventure.
One thing is certain, who the hell cares? Let the wind blow. Let the wind blow. Let the wind blow.
Straight back over your shoulder.
Okay. This doesn't look too safe. The bargain is when you do the 7 tries, though. Best bang for the buck. But these people can hit the side of a barn, or at least make it stick. A little trick to it. Then this is always fun, to pester the jester, but they give it right back to you. This young little lady's gonna go up front and watch these guys dish it right back out.
Hey, get him! Oh! Hey, good job!
That's not fair. She should get paid $5 or whatever for letting them throw at her. I see a lawsuit coming. No, just kidding. This is all in fun. Youngsters, adults, archery you see here. And then a lot of stuff that you can buy, and it's kind of like the Renaissance theme, so people are certainly dressed up for the occasion. It really is something to behold. It's people watching, that's what half of the fun is, and then you got the entertainment and the acts and shopping and eating and drinking. Oh, what more could you ask for? Face painting. And then they even have a jail. They call it here a stockade, but if someone's been misbehaving, that's where they go. Then they have a banquet hall. We'll catch some of that action later. I kind of make a couple loops around the grounds. Here's some dancing.
that belong here. Anyway, okay. All right, now people, the second way of bringing in a big crowd.
Plenty of stages. And I think we got the Pyro Gyro here.
Shayla, that's right. Hi, Shayla. Saw you yesterday. Yes. Hi, Shayla. Okay. Shayla's.
And they sell a lot of turkey legs. Big time. It's like a huge drum thing. Oh yeah, some people get elaborate, and so it's picture time to be sure. Bring your cell phone. This is the Mighty Oak Tree, and my sister and brother-in-law have a place, a glass blowing place. We'll check it out. Detour, I love taking those. Those are always the best. You get the unexpected that way. We'll see the washing well ladies just for a bit. Bring beer. That's key with those ladies.
I was told yesterday by my engineering friend that it falls at 30.
It was like Scottish Highland Days, or every weekend they have a theme. And so that was kind of a thing, like who could throw it the furthest, but God, that's a crazy game. It takes a village. And then there's a lot of village idiots too. But a lot of musicians, artists, yeah. Then they have like a little fountain thing, and now they're gonna get ready for the parade. They have that every day.
Let's hear it for 'em. Hip hip. Hip hip.
All right, cursing well, if you can kind of speed read through here. And on the bottom, a little thing, no wishing, please, contaminates well. Well, so I did the cursing thing. I emptied my pockets. If it took dollar bills, I probably would have gone that route too. I was cursing for quite some time, but back to the show. All right, the Royal Glassmakers. Here's my nephew, Jake. He's making a mug. Let's get it go in the cool down oven. Just caught it at the end of the demonstration there, but inside there, it's going to be pumpkin season right quick here. We're in the month of October now, so pumpkins are the thing. Here they are, the wishing well ladies. if you bring beer, you'll probably stay dry. That's kind of the thing of it. All right, now watch this. This is a game like log throwing. The idea is to have it like flip. You see the red hanky out there. Try to plant.
Lift along the ground. 45 degrees.
Nailed the hanky thing, but was supposed to get it to flip totally over. But 45 degrees. Here's another gentleman. And it's hard to balance that, but he's got it.
Whoa! 45. Well, we'll see. If not, we can get another one.
Now that's a crazy game to be sure, but maybe after drinking some beers and whatnot, you get with your friends and you come up with these things. But here's the parade, so it's already started. Let's listen in.
What? Shut up!
Okay, the parade loops around the grounds, so I backtracked and heading to the main entrance. Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
There's the Queen. I met the Queen. That is so cool. Oh, barbarian burgers. That sounded tasty. Okay, making my loop back around and pester the jesters. Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah, I think Lauren actually would move if you guys had to.
Okay, another like camouflage dude there. Ball and chain, where have we heard that before? Then there's some nice flowers, and then look at that, a peacock. Kind of camouflaged in there, pretty good. But the grounds are well maintained, kind of beautiful, rolling, kind of gentle little slopes. I don't think you'd call them hills, but it's kind of relaxing. You can chill.
Echo, echo, echo. See? Now, working with the flaming hammer of doom. Doom. As I have for many years, I've discovered the actual sound of danger. Danger, danger, night ranger. Whooshy, now get off my lawn, you hosers. Take off. With this, that's my favorite part of the show. All right, listen, ladies. This is also the part of the.
Thank you.
games and the like. Just saw the banquet hall. You have to pay extra for that. That's kind of like a dinner thing. This is the main area. Ooh, who wants to get a piece of tail from the church lady there? But yeah, this is the main area where they have the jousting and the horses and whatnot. Can be dangerous here. For mature audiences only. Yeah, they're still throwing those battle axes. Beer is popular. We have a Supreme Court Justice nominee that probably would agree there. Beer is good. I like beer. Yes, indeed. And people here do partake. Yeah, and I'm not too sure about the insurance liability with these kind of activities. Have your kids slice each other up. Yeah, wow, it's all in fun though. But it's just interesting walking around. The more you walk around, the more you see. Lots of doggies.
It's not believing I've ever really seen that I than when I think of
All right, well, that was it for the Renaissance. Later that evening, this was on a Sunday, right? September 16th, but a half a moon. You look at the moon as half full, optimistically, right? All right, then I had a bad tape. We're going to start here soon with the family vacation up north, quote unquote, up north. But yeah, this tape was bad, so I had to black it out, and here we go. Going to start in Frankenmuth, and they have a nice chicken done up in flowers. Here's some historic significance settled by the Germans. They came from Bavaria, and so they've done a good thing. Frankenmuth is all the rage, quite the popular tourist attraction. Okay, so that was the first day. That was Monday. The next day, I went on this family vacation with my parents. They have a timeshare, but we decided Mackinac Island. So we're going to start in Mackinac City, though, and take the ferry.
While walking about, please use the handrails and backs of seats. One untimely slip can hidden and throughout the island. Now these little booklets.
Oh, there's Big Mac there. And then there's a Great Lakes freighter, and it looks like the race is on. I think we got him. We're on Miss Margie, and this thing's got some power. I think we're gaining on it, for sure. Can bring your bike along, because that's the idea on Mackinac Island. No motorized vehicles. Now on the upper deck, it was quite breezy. Oh yeah, we got them passed at this point. All right, well, Well, Mackinac Island is a state park. I didn't realize there's so much commercial activity on there. I'm thinking, how is it a state park? But we'll see another map that will show there's state park area and there's the business areas. Here's Main Street, though. And yeah, there'll be a lot of horses. And fudge, definitely. And they have hamburgers. They have the comforts of home here, and taxi service, and a tavern. They had a few of those. They got an 800 number. All right, well, the Grand Hotel, boy, you get a nice coach ride there. And they have a fort. My mom and I decided we'd take a little tour. My dad will wait for us, and we'll have lunch a little bit later. But nice landscaping and some beautiful homes. And here are bike rental information.
Good. What can we do for you?
All right, we'll get you set up here. And we're going to run up to the ice house real quick. Awesome.
Any kind of bikes and screen you guys looking for? No, just want to go around the island pretty easily. Easily? Touring. Would you prefer more comfortable with handbrakes or like coaster brakes? You're kind of backwards. Handbrakes are fine? Okay. Our most popular bike is going to be our 7-speed cruiser.
Okay, well, you have options there, so you kind of have to spend a little time figuring it out, what kind of bike you need, and if you want the hourly or daily. Smaller place, there's my mom there. I'll be tagging along the whole way. But then some beautiful flowers. These remind me of like the fireworks downtown. The International Freedom Fest fireworks, they explode into these like flower type things. Like this one I really like. But yeah. All right. Well, then there's a lighthouse there. And that's the channel that would protect the harbor. Okay. Well, we're going to check out a church here. And Jamaican service, all are welcome. Well, a lot of the workers that come to the island to do the summer hotel thing, they come from Jamaica, among other places. But all right, we'll get our bearings here. Here, another church, pretty conservative, basic lighting, and not too flashy, but yeah, interesting benches. So this was Tuesday. I think I got that right. Jeez. Yeah, Tuesday it was. Okay. All right, and then they have like a putt-putt kind of deal going. Now they got chairs in threes here. Usually it's twos company, threes a crowd, but they pair them up with the threes there. There were a couple twos. Then like a gazebo, I would imagine they have wedding ceremonies and the like, because it's a beautiful grounds out here. And the season runs like through October here, and then they kind of shut her down. So that was kind of interesting to know how they do Mackinac. It's certainly unique. All right, here's the state park, and there's heading north, but everything in the light green is part of the state park. The darker green is like a business district area. So the Fort Mackinac, so it's got a fort, it's got an art museum, so a lot of bed and breakfast or little inns. Then they have a nice bike trail or bike path, running path, whatever. They call it M185. You can go clockwise or clockwise, whatever floats your boat. There's picnic areas. Yeah, it's like 8.1 miles, and I guess it depends if you're on the inner lane or the outer lane. They got a little difference. Mackinac Island Airport, and they have a crack in the island, too. Who knew? Chimney Rock and Devil's Kitchen. Yikes, stay clear of there. And then the Grand Hotel and a golf course and a public school. So, 8.2, but the guy said it depends which way you're going around. It might be 8.1 going the other way. They have a grocery store here, America's oldest grocery store. Well, geez, that's a nice gig. And then the tin roof ceilings, I love that. My parents and I stopped in here for lunch, and they have a nice wood bar. And then some flask. This was lunch. Half a sandwich, soup, and whatnot. Chips. That was good. Then radio dispatch. So you get the taxi service, and here we go. My parents are already on our coach, and we're underway to the Mackinac Island, the Grand Hotel. Excuse me. All right, well, first things first, we want to check things out from the tippity top. So the Cupola Bar, and they have a piano, and I saved everybody from having to hear me not know how to play the piano. But this is the view you get up. This is as high as you can get in the Grand Hotel. It looks like they got a dance floor beneath, the chandelier. And then you can even get a good view of the ferries operating as they make their way into the harbor. But a little look at the grounds. Here's another carriage making its way up here to the Grand Hotel, the golf course. And then my dad decided, hey, we'll do the split. So bright and vibrant, bubbly. Here we go. We got our glasses. We're going to celebrate. But this is the regular drink menu. Then on the bottom, look at, you can get a shot, a 2-ounce serving. But if you get that bottom one, it's $3.99 for the Remy Martin. Whoo, you're a high roller if you can do a 2-ounce shot for $3.99. Bring your credit card. But there's Mighty Mac. Yeah, you can make the trucks out there that are going across. Here, well, it was, upper 60s or something. It wasn't particularly warm, but nobody was making use of the pool. It's later in the season, but you can imagine a nice hot day in the summertime that would be used. And then people have their balconies and so forth. You got an artistic pattern on the roof. That's what Michigan looked like back in the day. Crazy. And that's what Florida looked like. Wowee. It's changed a lot since then. Well, want to take a look at the hotel, because actually there's an admission charge of $10 to walk around the Grand Hotel, unless it's reimbursed if you buy like dinner and so forth. But so we're going to make our visit worth our while. And so looking at the artwork, well decorated, nice carpeting. It's old school, so it's kind of neat. And then the grand porch. And yeah, they got the rocking chairs too, which I didn't use or try out, but I love those. And there'll be probably time later in my life where I'll just be all over that. Rocking chairs rock. Then they have little balconies in here. There's my mom on the left, but this quite a bit of seating here, so a lot of people relaxing. You can get served a drink, which is nice. They had the afternoon tea. We're going to catch some harp action here shortly, which is really neat. And they're proud to be American. You got to love that. Well, here's some of the prices. have a grand day. Most definitely. And look at the landscaping here. I like that. Done up with flowers and bushes. You got the horses and the carriage there and even some people inside. Ah, yes. Well done. And then even some more relaxation. That's basically what everybody's doing when they're out on the island. I like the logo, too. And then, if you have the time, you can play a game of chess. But, yeah, the salle à manger. This is like the main dining room here. And I love the colors. It's like green apple kind of thing. And then peachy kind of light shades and curtains. Interesting. They must be like set up for dinner. They're not doing the lunch thing or whatnot. But I don't know how much it seats, but it's got it going on. And then look at the place settings. This was another room, but you got 3 forks, 2 knives, 2 spoons, and you have some auxiliary up above. Then like 2 bread plates. I mean, damn, you go through a lot of silverware. So it must be multi-course meal. But the artwork's cool, and then even the furniture's kind of neat. I like this chair here. And, oh, yeah, now we're going to get some harp action. Here we go. All right, plenty of artwork to look at. So they have a nice collection. And they got some chandeliers, so forth. I don't even know how much it costs for a room here. I guess it's one of those things, if you have to ask, you can't afford it kind of a thing. But here they have a banquet hall room, and they got the stage set up. Another nice chandelier. This would be great for like a wedding, to be sure. Here's some green sofa action. Not really my color, but everything kind of goes here and seems to make sense. Here are the study rooms or libraries, so if you had some research to do, look at the wine bottle chair upholstery. And yeah, this was the afternoon tea. This is how they broke it down, so it was $48. Here, you're welcome. They got some nice artwork. I like the carpeting. Yeah, I just didn't want to miss anything, so I'm just kind of trying to walk around and catch the different levels. But there, I'm trying to, the horses stopped right in front of the historic sign. I wanted a, had to speed read. Proper dress required. Gentlemen after 6 must be attired in coat and tie. So I don't know how strictly adhered to that is. Maybe they do it up. Here's some history. It is the world's largest summer hotel. Because it closes end of October. It opens in April or something. I asked, but nowadays if you don't write things down, you tend to forget. They got a Ferris wheel for teddy bears. And more harp action. All right. National Register of Historic Places. Opened 1887. Classical design that will live forever. Yes, indeedy. So, okay, we're gonna walk back down. We're not gonna put the horses through all that. Going downhill isn't as hard. All right, well, turtle stacking. That's crazy. And then I couldn't pass this up. A 1-inch pin, only 50 cents. and I had 50 cents, so why not? So then the pin I got is Life is Grand. And it's kind of neat. I was just at the Grand Hotel, so how appropriate. Then some nice models. There's a lot of shopping to be had, and it could possibly be the world's largest hot dog. Well, wiener, we'll call it. Wienerlicious. But maybe they need a historic market out there saying that that's the world's largest. Well, this is a classic bridge here. We were so close. I told my parents, hey, we're going to fork over $4 and we're going to do this. We're going to go over the bridge. And it looks like painting is in progress in the Michigan's Upper Peninsula. So we're up in the UP. And we're going to go to Keewatin Casinos. So we did that. And then we headed home in Petoskey. The big boy was closed. Lack of workers. They said they could only be open for so long, and they don't have enough staffing to stay open later. So it was a search for a big boy through the course of this family vacation, one that was open. We stayed at Boyne Falls at a timeshare, blue-green unit. But it's in the Boyne Mountain complex, and this is the main ski lodge for Boyne Mountain. So they have a bear in the lobby. It's like a German bear, though. So here's the lay of the land for this place. Yeah, it's Mountain Grand Lodge and Spa. And they have a Tesla charging stations. How many places have one of those? And then they have their whole set of condominiums and so forth. But the blue-green timeshare is off to the left. It's not part of the Boyne Mountain whole resort thing. Here's one like a mogul hill. That one's challenging. Usually they have those right in front of the lodge so you can watch people wipe out. Then they have a zip line and a nice fountain thing. Here they got two chairs together. And all right, big boy. Well, guess what? The next day, which would have been Wednesday, we found a big boy in Alpena. So we really went eastbound to get this. So we're on the shores of Lake Huron. Well, I told the parents, I said, I've never really seen the eastern side of the lower UP. So I said, well, let's do Alpena, maybe Sheboygan. We'll see how it goes. And part of the gig is the lighthouse thing. So this is lighthouse number 1. And this is in Alpena. But I'm going to count how many lighthouses. It's kind of like a lighthouse day. And I think they promote it as such. You take the Lake Huron thing and you can hit a bunch of lighthouses. Now there's a wood processing. They make compressed wood panels over there. So it was a real pungent odor that you could smell. Here's a map of Alpena, and they have a bike thing with the trails and so forth. They got a turtle bar. How awesome is that? And they have flowers and so forth here. They have a great wetlands, and it attracts a lot of birds and the like. They got a covered bridge. And this is well done. And fall colors were just getting started up here. Certainly by the beginning of October, things will really be in full bloom, and probably the middle of October down in the Detroit area will be. It's just starting here now. Yeah, every year is different. It depends on how much water and how warm and the first frost. All right, Presque Isle. That's French for nearly an island. But here, this looks like the Tin Man with a beard, but he's a captain. And this is the old lighthouse. So we're going to check this. So this will be lighthouse number 2. And they have a big anchor. Oh, another Great Lakes freighter out yonder. This is a bronze bell, and I did it. It was pretty loud, so I'm going to do it again. Oh, that probably woke everybody up for the immediate 5-mile area. Well, probably not, but if somebody was living in here, which was probably the lightkeeper's house back in the day, they would have heard it. But they have an outhouse out back, but it's locked. God, I hate when that happens. All right, so here, some more history. It's one of Lake Huron's safest harbors. Almost an island. So it's French. We have so much French history here in Michigan. All right. In the keeper's house is what they call it, lighthouse keepers. Okay. So when you see the big propeller, that's where you got to turn in. It was actually closed because it was a Tuesday. But this is the new lighthouse. So this will be number 3 on the tour. We saw 1 in Alpena and 2 now on Presqu'île. So that's 3. I like this one too. Then this house, it looks like it's well kept and well maintained. And I think you can walk up there, but it was closed. All right, Rogers City. And now you get a nice view of Lake Huron. And this is free admission, but closed on Monday. So they got nice flowers. Here's seating by 4. Then it gives you the direction of the wind. Yeah, caution poison ivy. Yeah, stay clear. Wow. Okay, Shipwreck Trail. This is kind of interesting. 250 feet. Well, I can walk that far. Wrecked at 40 Mile Point back in 1905. And lo and behold, yeah, that's the shipwreck. Wow, this is crazy stuff. The wreck of the bay is part of the Thunder Bay Marine Sanctuary, so leave well enough alone. But yeah, there's a closer look. It's amazing that it's been preserved for that long. All right, 1896. And the fog signal building. All right, graveyard of ships. I didn't realize this. It was the sweeter freshwater sea, but if you're a mariner, it's crazy. World's largest freshwater island. Okay. Yeah, we just saw the wreckage of the Joseph S. Fay. But, yeah, it's a pretty active Lake Huron as far as storms and the like. Here, some boat history. This boat, built in 1912 in Wyandotte. And it gives you some of the dimensions and so forth, the facts, figures, stats. The pilot house. And probably a rescue boat or a lifeboat. And chairs by 3 and then 1 and then the kiddie chairs stacked up. Alright, I don't know if that's the fog signal horn. Okay, Sheboygan made it up that far. There's a... Take a ferry up that way. All right. Well, here's another lighthouse. I might have missed one. I think we might be up to... This was 5. Oh, well. I'm trying to do too many things at once. All right, Sheboygan Harbor, and they have a U.S. Coast Guard facility here, probably an icebreaker, and those are used quite often, certainly. And fishing, supposed to be good. Nice walkway there. And it was an overcast day here, but... The rain at this point had held off. And there, Mighty Mac again. So you can see it all the way from Sheboygan. This is a long distance look. Okay. So then it was nighty-night. And then the next day, decided it was time to pick myself up a bear. I was aware of these bears last year when I got gas over here and I saw all these bears. Their supply is down. This was the only 3-foot bear available, and so before he was gone, I kidnapped him, put him in the trunk. I paid for him. I got a credit card receipt to cover that, so we're good. It wasn't like a true kidnapping, but... Here are the rates for a ferry. This was a bonus. Didn't know, but to get across the south arm of Lake Charlevoix, you take this ferry, and it's only $3. And you can see the other end over there, but this is interesting how it works with these cables. And it's pulling us across right now. Okay, it's off to Charlevoix. We didn't do the Beaver Island. That's another ferry that will take you across to Beaver Island, but you definitely have to do like a day trip. My mom likes a resale shop, so she picked up some puzzles. But the idea was we were going to stop here in Charlevoix and check things out. And Charlevoix is certainly a beautiful city, no doubt. They had like a farmer's market going on. They have an amphitheater, like condos or whatnot, housing, but around Lake Charlevoix, that's prime time property. So it's the city's doing quite well. Here, the Pine River Channel or the Round Lake goes into the river channel. However, here all the businesses kind of gives you an idea of where you are. Nice mural in the center of town, harkening back to older days, but Charlevoix, the beautiful Charlevoix, a French name too. And Cherry Republic, so yeah, there's the bear theme. Certainly, you can get a lot of nice cherries there. Look at the time, 1909. Beautiful downtown, certainly. We were looking for a place to have lunch. My mom found out the nice desserts, and then they do the local farm thing. Never stop exploring. Words to live by. And our mom got us started on exploring. That's great. That's a great attribute to have. We like to explore. The whole family does. Here, a 4-car garage. Look at this. I'm going to have to break the piggy bank open to pull that one off. All right, well, then your daughter thing, there's number 9's kind of crazy. So whoever wears that shirt's already been to jail once. They don't mind going back. Crazy. All right, well, then they have mushroom houses in the neighborhood. I don't know how many there are total, but classic design to be sure. These, I live in the mushroom house. Wouldn't that be so cool? Well, it's called the Thatch House, but it looks like a mushroom. This one for sale. And so this is just north of the Main Street area. There's a nice development. I don't know if you'd call it a subdivision. Looks like mushrooms could grow up on the roof there, but a lot of classic homes. Look at the wall here made with the stones. This one, call that number. See how much they want. Look at the chimney there. That is so neat. And the flowers. That's well done too. So a lot of nice touches. If you're into looking at homes and so forth, it's kind of worth a little drive through here. They have industry to be sure. You need people to be working and have jobs. These were interesting bushes. They were paired up in twos. Then we went around. This is kind of like the Bayview area, and they call this the Ridge, but custom homes. And we were going to have lunch here, but we got shut out again because it was after their lunch hour and before their dinner hour. So we just missed them by a few minutes. They closed at 2. And anyways, yeah, they have like a siesta. They open back up at 5. Here, my mom knew about this place. This is another place in Bay Harbor. Wow. A lot of cool history. Well, this is a cherry chocolate cookie. It was awesome. The mix of cherries and chocolate. Then here's some nice fireworks flowers, too. Those are nice, like burst. And Man in the City, I found out about this guy earlier in the year. Quite the artist, and he's got the Man in the City all over the state of Michigan. Okay, so that was another day. This is Friday. We had it for 4 nights, so we had it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It comes complete with a fridge, a stove, coffee maker, and the dishwasher's operating right now, but we're going to do a wash, some artwork, some furniture, a nice view outside. We had the ground level. You can see the chairlift. I should have did this video before we moved in, not while we were checking out, but it's got a fireplace, a dining room table, some more artwork. And this was a 2-bedroom unit, but obviously you get 2 people, sleeps 4 comfortably, and then the sofa in the living room's a pull out, so 2 more, so at least 6. And 2 bathrooms, so that was my bathroom, the one I use. My parents had this, the main bedroom. They have a balcony that goes out. But then you look at, they had the master deal here because they had the nice sauna tub kind of thing with the jet spray. Oh, yeah. So after a tough day of skiing, you want to relax a little bit, you get that, yeah, bubble action or whatever. All right, well, here's a look at the blue-green timeshares, and certainly they're in close proximity to Boyne Mountain. You could ski right up. But, well, DET.com, and I'm not doing the urban thing. This is the up north thing for sure. All right, so this Friday, we have to head back to the Detroit area, but we're going to stop in Grand Rapids to check out Art Prize. And this is the main hotel here. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. They got, and then, well, the Phoenix, there were a lot of nice sculptures. There's different classifications for this Art Prize. There's sculpture and there's paintings, and God, there's 3 or 4.
I'm gonna give it to you 'cause you are shining so bright. Stop 'cause you are shining so bright.
And being that it was a Friday, there were a lot of kids that took field trips from school. So you could tell they were all in their groups and they had their T-shirts. But they have this where you can arm painting or whatnot, and then you let them dry, and then you walk around. It's like one-day tattoos. They have a 5-digit number to vote. I like this particular one here. I'm registered. You have to register when you're in the city, though. You can't do it at home here in the Detroit area and register. You have to prove. There's my parents. So in front of a sculpture. And look at all the bridges here. They kind of lay them all out or got them named. But, yeah, Grand River. Then we have some, like, red crocodiles or alligators. Aren't those things supposed to be dangerous? Keep your distance, but it's kind of interactive. They want things, people to experience the art. Gerald R. Ford, the only president that from Michigan. He went to U of M. So, anyways, artwork is. We did a quick little tour here. I like this sculpture, and the rain kind of held off, but it was overcast. Here, a bunch of like grasshopper, butterfly. This one, I think I'm going to vote on this one. I really like this one. You can never go wrong with the female form, but this is cleverly done. And I'm making a point to jot the number down here because I know I have it. Quantum meditation. Well, that number was real quick up there on the top. Okay, cross. This is probably the best bridge, the blue bridge here, the most classic design. But Grand River is a growing city, to be sure, and Art Prizes helped to put them on the national map. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for this week's show. A little bit shy of 1 hour. But thanks for watching. Probably have an edition of Friday Night Football and probably 3 different games for next week if all works out well. All right. Good night.